Today in travel news, Changi reopens its new refurbished Terminal 2, welcoming back Singapore Airlines, Air India and Air India Express passengers. If you're one of the lucky Singapore Airlines travellers to be travelling today, you'll be able to experience the newly revamped facilities. And Changi is increasing its fares and levies commencing November 1st, which may affect ticket prices. A Delta Airlines plane blew 2 tyres on landing at LA International Airport today, causing the closure of 2 runways. No injuries were reported and all flights are now back on schedule. It's going to be easier to get around terminals with trains every 2 minutes, and be prepared for delays on Friday with the start of the Labor Day long weekend. Try to plan and arrive early. There's heavy fog at London Heathrow Airport today, so expect delays of up to 45 minutes, with some flights being cancelled. Check with your airline for further detail. And after 18 million passengers passing through over the summer, London Heathrow Airport has regained the crown as Europe's busiest airport. Here in Sydney, it's school holidays again next week. Parents, hold on to your patience, you're going to need it. It's going to be busy at the airport during peak periods. American Airlines flies back into Sydney again after a 5-month pause of flights. This is great news for Aussies flying to the US. And if you're into celebrity spotting, Ryan Gosling flew into Sydney this morning with Emily Blunt. He's here in Australia until the end of the year, filming scenes for The Fall Guy. More travel news coming up same time tomorrow. I'm James Lester Steward. Travel safely. So what does a reality show and one of the biggest airlines in the world have in common? The answer? Well, you'll have to follow me. I'm on the way to visit the CEO of Singapore Airlines. From a code-share arrangement with United Airlines that will include 19 new destinations to introducing blended sustainable aviation fuel to Changi Airport from September this year, which will, you guessed it, decouple greenhouse gas emissions from all Singapore Airlines flights. Remember I told you about a reality show earlier? Well, what does Singapore Airlines have in common with that? Well, I'm going to let you in on some exclusive news before we hear from the man himself. Singapore Airlines, it's the sponsor of my favourite reality show this year, The Amazing Race. They will be sponsoring all means of transport throughout this crazy fast-paced show across all countries, as well as donate the final prize of $1 million American dollars. And that's fantastic news, and there's so much more to find out. And we're here. Why do planes just disappear over parts of the world's atmosphere? Never a trace to be seen. Ever. One has to wonder if there's a possible third dimension, an alien abduction. What then? There's one particular area that carries the most abundant amount of travel path mysteries. You'd have to wonder why way back then it was Christopher Columbus who first noted bizarre compass bearings in this area. I'm talking about the imaginary Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle. Many planes and ships simply vanished without a trace. This happened numerous times during the 20th century, and no one could explain this strange phenomenon. The most bizarre disappearance happened in 1945, when 5 Navy planes with all crew disappeared in this region while on a routine training mission. What added to the mystery was when a rescue plane was sent to find them, only to disappear as well, with 13 men aboard. Today, planes and ships still move through the Bermuda Triangle with no issue, so far. But this story is indeed factual. So what really did happen? So join me again next week on another Flight Path Mystery. I'm James Lester Steward.